I don't know how we skipped straight. That's odd. Like we went from Sagittarius straight down to Pisces for relationships. I didn't even realize that we had done that. Like that's crazy. So the Capricorn, this is your relationship reading. You had a really, really tough one with Pisces this reading. Really tough. It was very straightforward. After we had like one of those wackadoodle ones. The whole zodiac's relationships are all in a state of like crazy chaos. So Capricorn, like bring it home for us. Like show us what love relationships really like. All right. All right. What is the current energy of Capricorn as it relates to love and relationships? You goddess. What information can you bring forward? We have the Page of Coins. And we have the Six of Coins. I'll show you these in just a second. And we have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. It almost feels like you have this opportunity in your relationship to kind of like balance out um, after there was some sort of deception. Actually, I'm kind of hearing misunderstanding. Maybe that you thought that, or your person thought that there was some sort of like trickery or something, but it wasn't actually trickery. It seems more like it was a misunderstanding. Oh, I sure hope, because I mean, that would be the most lighthearted reading that I've done all day. Can you tell me more about the Seven of Swords in the reverse? Seven of Swords in reverse, please. The Queen of Wands. So I'm getting like it only appeared that way. And the Three of Wands and the Five of Coins. So it only okay, so it only appeared like it was deceptive in nature. Okay, because your person feels like you're okay, this feels like the energy of making it looked like it was deceptive in nature, but its origin was out of fear of abandonment. Okay, so this is going to be for a group of Capricorns that recently experienced something that very much, it's not even a word, much looked very much like lies, cheating, stealing, manipulation, deception, trickery, something like that. But that's not actually what it was. It was, it appeared that way because the person was afraid of abandonment. Okay. All right. So, like, what was it actually then? What was the truth of the situation if it wasn't deception? The King of Cups. Okay. And the Star. Okay, but that doesn't explain the action though. So, with this King of Cups and the Star, it was like an overly emotional response. Right. So I'm getting like, okay, so the star is the alchemy between fire and water, and there was too much water. So, okay, I feel like your person was under a lot of pressure. Tell me more about this pressure. The Knight of Wands. It was like your person was um like a tea kettle, right? You apply a whole bunch of heat to it, and then the water like evaporates and it whistles, and it's almost like a fire alarm. But it was because it was too much too fast. But I don't know what exactly was too much too fast. It might have, you might be questioning this person's commitment. Okay, justice. You might be questioning this person's commitment. Like I'm getting the storyline of like somebody threatening to walk out the door, walking out the door, 1 foot out the door. They didn't do it because they're actually not committed. They didn't do it because they are lying about how they feel about you. They're doing it because they were like fearing that you were going to leave first. No, not feeling that you were going to leave first. They did it out of fear. They did it out of fear. So it only looked like that was happening. Like they were lying about how they felt because they were scared. And they were scared because they felt, yeah, like they were going to be abandoned, like they were going to be left out. Yeah, so it is kind of like leaving before you, like they're afraid that you're going to leave them. And they were afraid that that was going to happen because like this like went really fast. Like this came out of man with justice here. Did you get married too quick? Are you married? What is happening here? It's almost like the relationship regressed really quickly, and they got all freaked out, and then they got all pressurized. You and I were too young. I want to feel that way again. It's almost like excitement, the newness, excitement and newness turned into seriousness super quick for this person. It's almost like commit. No, it's almost like, and that's the second time I say commitment. Like the commitment of it came too quick. Like they're suddenly like they want to run, but it's not because they're not committed. It's because they're scared. I bury myself in work to forget you. I don't think it means forget. I think it's like the energy of distraction. I wish I could take back my words. I feel like you guys rush lesson. This person is in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. I feel like this is very much move fast forward, moving into a relationship, and then the other person kind of like backing out a little bit or backing up. They're doing it out of fear. It looks really deceptive though. it would only look deceptive if you had spent a significant amount of time together, right? So in the beginning, I said that this was like that you had this energy of being given a new opportunity to kind of balance out the energies, especially after something that looked very deceptive in nature, but actually wasn't. And then with justice showing up again, there's a lot of there's something very unequal in this current energy with you guys, and I think it has to do with speed or severity. You know, either way, it kind of has the same energy, right? What else for Capricorn? Like, there's just too much pressure. Something about the speed or the amount of it feels like speed. It feels like hot and heavy in a short period of time. All of a sudden, oh shit, I'm married, right? Or holy crap, I'm in a committed. When did I move in here? Like, how- when did the responsibilities become really heavy? And they were like, I got to get out of here. Like, it's just like too much pressure. And you're like, wait a minute, aren't you committed to me? Because like you appear to be committed. And then we have friendship. You appear to be committed to me. Maybe this person is realizing that you guys are better off as friends. That's not going to happen. Mm-mm. Nope. 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 Finances. Finances are challenging the situation, but they bury themselves at work. That might be the pressure that they're feeling. Time apart, some distance will help bring clarity. Past life love. Your soul remembers the connection. Balance. One person is giving too much. And then leap of faith. Actually, okay. All right. So, Capricorn. All right. So either this was like something that you guys rushed into or got too serious too fast. Your person's kind of getting cold feet. You're taking this as you're seeing the imbalance here as far as where your person is and where you are with the status of the relationship. You saw this energy or you're coming into this reading as this is it, th- this is an opportunity to kind of like right this, balance this relationship out. Your person does not wish for balance at this time. Whatever that Seven of Swords in the reverse was, that's not fixed. That is still very much there. I mean, the incident is in the past, like the incident you guys are not, the whatever caused that. Your person is having a very hard time expressing the problem. Okay, let's start there. Why is Capricorn's person having such a difficult time expressing the problem? What is this? The Nine of Cups in reverse. They don't want this. Well, well then they don't want this. The Knight of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles again. Like they don't want this. Like they're stalling. Yeah, there's something about the speed at which this is where the relationship is progressing. And they really just do not want it to either go this fast or they don't want it to get this serious this fast. The Wheel of Fortune. They've I think they've been I think they've been here before. Too many. Yeah. I think they've been here before. Some relationships like this that went the Wheel of Fortune and the Chariot. I think they've been here before. I think it's the speed. I think it's the speed in which this is getting like super serious, super quick. The Chariot, fastest moving energy that there is, and not reckless, but like there is no personal, human, like independent control of the Chariot. It's kind of like get in, sit down, shut up, put your seatbelt on, we're going. You know, they feel like they don't have any control or any say in the situation. And then marriage, like they're lovers on the bottom, Page of Cups, Knight of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, the lovers, the Page of Cups, the Knight of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles. They want us. Oh my God. The Fool in reverse. Oh, your person is not ready for this. It's when I said they weren't, it's the when I said it wasn't about like it's not that they're not committed, right? It looked like it. It's that they fear commit, but their fear of abandonment is almost just as strong. They might have been married in the past that they rushed into really fast. And they're concerned that if they rush into this really fast, but then they're also concerned that if they don't do it, they're going to lose you with the lovers. Like this is a choice. And they really want to come to you with this Page of Cups. They want to actually apologize and tell you the truth. They are not ready. The Nine of Pentacles, they like they're not ready to make a commitment like this. They are fearing actually that this is going to be another cycle where they rush into a marriage. Like they're not happy with the speed of this. They want to slow down. They might be concerned too because their last, like if this was a person that's already been divorced, their last relationship when it ended, it caused a very devastating state to their finances, or they might feel like they're rushing into this. They don't want to rush into it. That's why they're working more is to actually because they don't feel like they are financially stable enough. That's for some. But regardless, it doesn't matter because that's not the point of the message. The point of the message is your person is very, very uncomfortable in this moment. They feel very pressured in order to maintain this speed or this severity or this seriousness of this relationship because they see it progressing to marriage and they're not ready. They're not ready. They are absolutely not ready. Capricorn, you need to back up and back out. They with I wish I could take back my words. Oh my gosh. You might have already proposed to this person. You and I were too young. I don't think that this is like age. I think this is the relationship is too young. Okay, that's for some. Yeah. I'm gonna leave that there because that is the story. All right, what is the advice then for Capricorn? The advice, please, is the Ace of Cups. Can we get action with that advice, please? And the Page of Wands in the reverse. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, so I think that Spirit is asking you at this time to use your heart space, that overflowing cup of love that you have, like focus on that for just a minute as you get the rest of the advice, which in this is to like the Page of Wands in the reverse is like very impulsive. So maybe slow down, back off, turn down the heat. The Queen of Pentacles. I think that this is kind of speaking to like if you don't, this is not going to be a stable. First of all, this person is not going to complete your empire for sure. This is not going to lead to a stable, nurturing queen, right? You're gonna end up with somebody who is, there's an underlying tone of a financial insecurity, which is odd because Venus, like squirrel packing away. Something about spinning off the top, but it doesn't feel like it's almost like this person is going to be so con- uncomfortable that they're going to like panic and start putting away little bits of money, like fearing for the end of this if this goes forward. It's gonna just go downhill. And it's gonna go downhill in like the weirdest ways. Not the weirdest ways. Like your person is legitimately fearful that if this ends, right, where are they going to be financially? They must have experienced that in the past. That's they might have said yes to your proposal, right? Or yes to the idea of committed long term. They started working a whole bunch more. They might actually be putting that money away, like in case I get left type of a fund. Speaking as somebody who that has happened to, like that I never put away money, I mean, I don't blame her. Oh, maybe we're talking about a female doing it. Maybe I'm talking to a male Capricorn. It feels like a very feminine. It feels like I'm talking to a male Capricorn. Reverse, you might just be the more stable one in the relationship. Anything else that we can tell Capricorn? Empress. Empress coming sideways with the Seven of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. But the King of Pentacles is in the reverse at the bottom of the deck. I think in order for you to defend your Ten of Cups future, right? You have to wait until your person is ready. Well, duh. But I think that's what this is saying. Otherwise, you're going to end up with an unhappy queen in their shadow. That's horrible. That just spells doom or mood backwards. Okay. Out of all of the relationship readings, then today yours is the least catastrophic. Congratulations, Capricorn, you win. All right, so ask your person how they're feeling and then back off the pressure cooker a little bit. I don't think your person's going to be open and outright and tell you. I mean, if they don't come out and openly discuss their feelings with you, I think you should very slowly ease the temperature and everything down so that they can kind of relax a little bit. Maybe that will open them up to effective communication. That might save you. If not, you why don't just blame it on the crazy tarot reader, YouTube tarot reader, and say, "Hey, I saw this reading. What do you think?" Or whatever. Blame it on me. Okay. All right, Capricorn. Thank you so much for letting me play in your energy. You are unconditionally loved and supported by the universe, and as is your person. My unconditional love to you as well. Until next time, take care of yourself.